AITAH for calling 911 about my husband's suicide threats, even though I knew they weren't real. My husband and I were in a fight yesterday. When our fights get really bad, he threatens to hurt himself. I have to talk him down every time, and then he brings up how I almost brought him to commit suicide or self-harm every fight for the next few months. Over years of this, I've caught on that it's a control tactic when things aren't going his way in a fight, and he especially does this when I talk about leaving him. I've wanted to leave for years, but he always talks me out of it or threatens self-harm. Yesterday, we were driving, and he got angry because I told him to stop being so harsh with our autistic toddler who was having a meltdown. My husband pulled over and started walking and told me to leave him alone. Reactions like this are common with him. He wants me to follow him and beg for his forgiveness. I'm so done with his games, so I didn't follow him this time. I just hopped into the driver's seat and kept driving to my destination. Long story short, when I didn't react the way he wanted, he texted me saying he was a danger to himself. Of course, that got my attention. I have friends and family who have killed themselves, and I'm terrified of the one time I stopped taking it seriously being the one time it actually happens, so I took it seriously and turned around to look for him. He called me and said he just attempted to kill himself. Long story short, I found him completely unharmed, but I took it seriously still and took him home. The whole way home he threatened to kill himself at home. We have a home defense firearm, and if I don't take him home, he'll call the police and say he's being held against his will. We had our 3 tiny kids in the back of the car, and I was trying to keep things as calm as I could for them as they were watching a movie. I took him home, hoping he was bluffing, and he immediately ran into the house and locked us all out. I decided enough was enough and called 911. 4 cop cars came. It was a whole scene. They separated us and talked to us out on the front lawn. We live on a busy street, and it felt like the whole city was watching. People were flipping U-turns to go back and forth and watch us. The cops said there was nothing they could hold him on because he was suddenly acting casual and fine. I knew deep down this was most likely another performance, but I've had enough, and I wanted him to see how serious this was. Now my husband is angry with me, very angry. Our entire neighborhood is texting him asking what happened, and he says I ruined his reputation and caused him more stress. He says I made things way worse. AITAH for calling the cops about my husband's suicide threats when I knew they were most likely not real. Did I take things too far?